Good morning, everyone. Thursday morning craft time. We are doing some card making today. It is Thursday, the 8th of August. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Judith, who is already here. Excuse me, I'm a little bit scruffy this morning. I'm just letting my hair dry in its natural state, and this bit here always ticks me off because I don't know what to do with it. But I'm trying to. Sometimes I go through the stage where I think I just want to I just don't want to do my hair, so I just let it dry by itself. Anyway, besides that, we are making a variation on a Z fold today. So I'm just gonna not stay on me. I'm gonna flip around to our other camera, that one there. And I've already picked out what I'm going to use. I've already cut a little bit of my cardstock. So if you are wanting the instructions for this as we go along, head on over to alisatilsner.com and you can see the subscribe button, and that way you can get all the measurements. The video for this, the tutorial for this will head out on next week on Tuesday. So good morning, Deb. Okay, so we are I've made two of these before already. Judith, because you're in my Stamp by Mail, you've actually hopefully created yours already, but this was one from my Stamp by Mail that we did. And then this is what we did on our team meeting. Our team, well, it's not a meeting, we just get together once a month and craft together. You know what? I knew this was going to happen. The postie's here. Oh my gosh. Hang on. I'm going to have to tell my family members, don't order things that are going to turn up on a Thursday. Always, always, always happens every single time. And I'm expecting my pre-order today as well. And I thought it'd be just right that it turns up while we're live. So, but that one will be an exciting one. This one was just parts for my husband's business. So that's not an exciting one. But so if that one does turn up, then if my pre-order turns up, it might turn into a little surprise unboxing as well. So hello, but at least it gives everyone a little bit of time to come in, right? Let me get rid of that address there. I'm just trying to figure out which way to go. Rightio. Okay, so I have started, I was saying that I've picked things out and I've already started colouring this in because I thought it's a little bit on the, not time consuming because I'm just doing pretty basic colouring for this one. But I've coloured in Summer Splash, not Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock. Oh my gosh, I hate saying that. Shy Shamrock. And Berry Burst and Petunia Pop. So the Berry Burst and Petunia are very, very close in colour when you colour it in. But let's do the teapot together, and we'll do that in the Shy Shamrock. I have got one of these. I have picked out this piece of paper as well, but I think I will stick with the Shy Shamrock, even though it's got plenty of other variations of greens that I could use. So hello, Kathy and Katrina, Trudy. Who else has popped in? Okay, so this is just going to really, I'm just doing nothing particularly fancy. I've stamped in just plain black memento. And we're just going to pop some colour in with the dark. And for this one here, I'm actually going to switch to the brush tip because it's a bigger area. Okay, now catch my breath again. I was scooting along. I was doing really nicely. Hi, Nicole. Scooting along, was doing nicely, and now, something like that comes and upsets your rhythm because they don't know that you're doing a live. So There we go. So now just with the light, like I said, I'm just being really super quick. And then we'll get stuck into this Z-fold variation. And Heather, good evening from Canada. Which part of Canada are you from? So flick, 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 flick. And then flicking from that side. And it leaves me with a little hole. Don't worry, I am going to cover that. But I do like to come back with my black. And my dark, and I'm just going to pop a little bit more dark around these areas, and I will leave them. I won't put any more light, but I will put a little bit more dark on these guys here, but not going out as far as I did with the first lot of dark. So just a little bit of the way. And then when I come over, I won't go over the rest with the light, and I'll hold this up to the camera afterwards as well. Calgary, I didn't get to Calgary. I got to Jasper and Banff and some other places, but I didn't get to Calgary. And then I'm just going to sort of swish that over the whole lot, backwards and forwards, and that gives me that little bit of a variation going on in my teapot. So, and then I was thinking, oh, I should cut them out while I'm sitting here while I was waiting to come in. And then I was like, oh, there's dies for these. I don't have to hand cut them. So, yippee, we'll get rid of them. Oh, I haven't done the centers of my flowers. I don't know what color. I think I'll wait and see what my card looks like. I may not even color them. Okay, let's get these die cut. And I also want to do a little bit of die cutting some circles. So we'll see how this one turns out. So this is Country Gardens, and I've got so much stuff all over my desk. Thanks, Nicole. Who else have we got? Oh, we've got more. We've got Carla. She's from Pennsylvania. Wow. I love all this. I'm getting to know all my US states, so that's fun. Banff is an hour away. Yeah, I know. I did see that Jasper has been badly affected by the fires. I saw some footage. It was just heartbreaking. I was like, oh, and because it got into the town, didn't it? I saw, oops, there we go, there's that. All right, we'll put that back. Oh, I could do some little extra flowers too. Which one do I need? I think it's this one. There's two that look similar, but I'm pretty sure it's this one that I need. And then we go round and round and round, trying to find the right spot. There we go. That one wasn't too bad. I need to put a little mark or something on my dies so that I know that they all line up. Jeanette says she's from VA. Okay, you're going to have to tell me what VA is. Getting back into my cards. Oh yes, we spoke. You came on a little while ago, didn't you, Jeanette? I think you've watched me before. So, and I remember your passing of your husband. And we were all glad that you were coming back into your card making, because I do think it hurts. So. All right, so I've got them. Now I'm going to do it on black. I'm sort of recreating this one here again that we did in our team night the other night. This week, it feels like a lifetime ago, but it was only Tuesday night that we did that. So I'm sort of recreating this, but I'm using this instead. So I am going to stick with my black. So I'm going to do a black and a vellum circle. So I will grab my vellum, and the vellum is actually from the Green and Greenery Graceful Greenery Vellum, I think is it called. It's from the online exclusives range, and it's actually part of the Christmas paper. What am I looking for? I am looking for just my regular shapes. Hi, Susie. It's in Maryland. Wow. I know we shouldn't discuss politics, but I've been watching lots of videos, but probably not who you think that I'm watching. Watching with interest. Yeah, card making can definitely be your happy place, especially colouring in your card making. I think sometimes when you colour in, you just sort of lose all sense of everything else that's going on in the world, especially when you do some mindful colouring and, you know, really concentrate on what you're doing. I'll go away, Wendy, with your beautiful weather, and I say that in the loveliest way. You know that. Okay, so I don't think I'm even going to see a whole lot of my vellum circle because it's very similar in size to my graphic. Okay, and then I've got some basic black, and for this circle I am going to bring in my, no, that's not the one. I told you I've got so much stuff sitting on my desk at the moment. I'm going to use the Spotlight in Nature one. So the first one that I cut out with the vellum was just the regular circle stylish shapes, but for this one I'm going to use one of my favorite dies, which is that pattern there. Just leaves little lines on it, and I love it. And just make sure that I've got the right size. Well, our winters are horrible. My winter today, it's drizzly. It has rained a little bit. But it's just very grey and windy and just yuck today. It's one of those days where it's just got the potential to make you feel like you don't want to do anything. So this die set is the Spotlight on Nature. I didn't get the stamp set that goes with it. The stamp set is a floral one, but this one is just Spotlight on Nature, and it's just all circles, all with different edging. But I seem to have a little addiction to the one that just gives lines. I don't know whether you're going to see that with the black. Just gives a nice little edge. So that's my favorite one out of all of them. I have used the other little ones because the eyelet ones actually work really well with the Country Flowers ones as well, because it's got especially the paper, because it's got do I need this out? I don't think I need this out anymore. So we'll pop that away. All my die cutting is done. Okay, let's get on to the card. So let me come back to this. So I'm just going to say I'm not giving measurements while we are creating this. So if you want the instructions for this card, you need to be on my newsletter list. So you can head to alisatilsner.com and sign up for my, it's okay, isn't it? Sign up for my newsletter, and this card will head out as a PDF tutorial with all the measurements and all the supply list, although I do put the supply list back into the description when we're done here. That will all be available on Tuesday. So, and just while I've got you here, being because it's a new month, don't forget to use your, if you got the coupon codes that were being given away last month, if you got them, you can redeem them. So we had coupon codes here in Australia with like a $90 spend, you got $9. So don't forget, if you've got coupon codes or multiples of coupon codes, you can redeem them. This date is incorrect. In Australia, it is the 1st to the 30th of August. So because of the way the system is working, we have to finish a day earlier, and the same if you're in the European countries. So we are actually finishing on the 30th, not the 31st. And we have 15% off of designer series paper at the moment. So from the annual catalogue, which is some of the paper that I am using today. So spotlight on, oh, really? Which market is that in, Kathy? And hello, Nicole. Okay, so I've got 2 bases and they're just pieces of cardstock. They're not, you know, they're not a folded long card base, and then an extra little piece here. So one is our base, and then we're going to be working on our, oh shoot, hit the hit my iPad in the US. Well, hopefully they come back in soon for you. So I'm basically just going to score straight down the middle. If you don't want to score, you don't have to. I have become a scorer. I never used to score. Now I've got a little mark on my card, so I'm actually going to do it that way so that I don't see that little mark. Okay, so I'm just folding that in half. So we've got that. And then we're going to score again. You don't have to score. So we're just going to fold this part here in half. And my math is dreadful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm in the middle. Instead of working out in math in my head, we'll just do it that way and hope that we're correct. I just count the lines and make sure I'm centered. And then, well, you don't even have to score. You can just fold and then fold back on itself. So there we go. So that is our Z fold component of our card. Okay, so that's pretty much going to stick in the middle. And then we've got an extra panel here and we just stick that on top like that. And that becomes our card. So very, very easy. We had one of our ladies in our team group the other night. She had, I don't know, I always think that, oh, look, I'm going to bring something new to the team. But she's made everything we've already made, and it was no exception. And she had made hers, instead of being a rectangle panel, hers was actually square. So she would have had this piece longer, and this still the same, and then this top panel would have been a square as well, and then she just put that on top, so it just covered a little bit more of her card base. So you can do all sorts of cool things with it. So I have already cut some of my DSP. I've picked it out. I am using paper from the Full of Life pack, which is, if you haven't seen it, it is stunning. It is so bright and colourful, and my husband is always telling me, you need to make bright cards, bright colourful cards. So when I showed him my P card, he was happy that I had used bright colours. So bright cards are always winners. So that pack is definitely a winning pack. Whoops. And I've put it in and out of the packaging so much, my bag is splitting now. Okay, so we can stick one on one end, one on the other end. And we'll pop that on that side. Whoops. Make sure we're all lined up before we stick it down fully like that. Easy. Okay. Now there is a little, I have got another little strip. So I'm going to put this on. I'm just going to decorate the inside just a wee bit. So I'm going to pop that just on the side there. This is the piece that you write your sentiment on. So if you have got a fair bit of sentiment to write, don't worry about decorating the inside of it. I just decorated that. Now you can also decorate this panel as well, but I think I don't have scraps left. Oh, and the other thing, I scrapbooked the other day. I scrapbooked, so you'll have to go and check it out. But I have 3 of these, so I'm going to have to get inventive and come up with a way to create, and that's my other piece. I'm going to have to come up with an inventive way to create that. You know what? I think I'm going to leave that blank because it means I have to cut into another piece of paper to get the squares, which I could do. but I won't. But anyway, if you want, decorate that little piece as well in there. I might go back and decorate it later. I'll show you this one. So that one I've just decorated with a little bit more of the square. And this one I've decorated with some of the specialty designer series paper. Okay, what color did I color in the pots? Okay, so I did these in, I chose colors from the designer series paper. So we've got Shy Shamrock, and believe it or not, there is actually Berry Burst and Petunia Pop. So the smaller ones are Berry Burst and these two big ones are Petunia Pop, but they are very, very similar in color. Okay, let's get this stuck down. So we'll just adhere this piece down, and I am going to lean over, so excuse me if oh, one little trick one of our girls had mentioned, you know, sometimes you get that ridge from when you dye, when you use your trimmer, and that's probably stuck to my thing now. If you just run your bone folder along the edge there, it flattens that cut line down, which I think is fabulous, and I had never done it before. And I've just recently started doing it. So if you've got a cut edge that is showing, you know what I mean. You can't see it, but you can feel it. You know the edge that I'm talking about. So if you run your bone folder along the edge of it, it flattens it. Oh, it's amazing. Okay, I'm just standing up now. So I want to get these lined up and try and make them even. And we'll get that popped down like that. So super easy. We've got that going on. Okay, next panel is our front panel, and I have chosen to use the little squares for this piece. And this is just a layering panel. So I'm going to pop that down. So again, if you're just popping in and you aren't on my newsletter list, measurements will be given in our newsletter next week, which is, you can head to alisatilsner.com. There we go. And you can sign up to my newsletter. What do I want to do now? I think I will do that. And anyway, so this will go out. Now, another thing I don't think I have spoken about is that if you are an Australian demonstrator, whoops, you know what, hang on, then we have our Creative Carnival registration open. So Pam and I, Pam's in the little green circle down there, Pam and I hold an online retreat for Australian demonstrators, and this is our 11th one that we are doing. We started when we were doing COVID because we wanted to connect with everyone, and we just kept it going. We've had so much fun. So we're doing the Sentimental Wishes, Sentimental Christmas theme this month. So if you are interested in coming along, it's being held in October, last weekend in October. The link is on my blog, not my blog, I should put it on my blog. The link is on my Facebook page and also in my newsletter. But if you're interested, just message me and I can give you the details. So now I nearly did big boo-boos. I nearly started putting adhesive on my back panel here, and that was really naughty. I need to put adhesive only on this section here. Hi, Leanne. Sneaky, sneaky. All right. So just putting adhesive on that side there, and then we can line this up so that it is flush with the top and the bottom, and pop it down. So there is your little Z fold, just a little bit different. Okay, so let's get this decorated. So for this one, I put some of the ribbon behind, and I actually quite like that. So I'm going to replicate that idea for this card here, and I'm going to grab out of my cupboard because I did forget. So I've got the ribbon here, and now I don't actually like this ribbon. I've got 2 rolls of it, but I don't, because I suppose because I don't use a lot of vanilla, and I just I don't know, it's just not my little thing. So what I am going to do is just grab a length and brighten it up with, I think I will use the Shy Shamrock. So let's grab our Shy Shamrock blends, and we're just going to colour it over the top, and that should brighten it up nicely. Use the side of your brush tip for when you're doing this, so that you don't upset your nib. And this way you can just grab the amount that you need. I think I actually need a reasonable amount for this one. Oops. Little ridge on the edge of the ribbon. And the cool thing is that you only have to colour one side because it soaks through. Now, just check to see how much I need. Get rid of you guys. So I need just a little bit more to about there. And it's pretty quick. It dries pretty quick because they're alcohol. Remember the days when we used to, this is going way back, to colour our ribbon, we'd make a little water wash with our re-inkers, and we'd put our ribbon into a little container. We'd have, I would do it for other things. I would, make a little slush out of one of these containers, because we used to have heaps of them as well. And we would, you'd have to wait for it to dry, or you'd use your other markers, your Stampin' Up markers, but they'd take forever to dry as well. And then if you're quick enough, that bit of blends just wipes off your glass mat. It's not my jam. What did I say? It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of, I don't know, I don't use a whole lot of vanilla for much at all. Okay, so I am going to adhere that to the back of this rather than adhere it to my card front. I'm just going to adhere it straight to the back of my circle here. And I want it to be on a bit of a diagonal, and my circle hangs off a little bit, but not too much that I'd have to be careful with my, where I place my adhesive. So let's get, this was a little bit fiddly the other night, so I will get that lined up like so, and then I can come back in and trim those little tails after. So this one I stuck down flat. Put some on the back of that ribbon as well. So we'll get you sticking down like so. Then I can come in and trim them up. Okay, and for my vellum, I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. So I'm just going to use, I'll use 3, but I'm going to pop them right in the middle so that we don't see them, so that if we get covered. So it looks like, I have a feeling it looks like my pre-order is not going to turn up during my live, so you guys don't get a little unboxing. I didn't buy much anyway. I just bought stuff that I needed for all the events that we've got coming up. So, okay, and then I'm going to pop these guys down. So we'll pop them, and this will just go down flat as well. Now, what I do like to do, because I don't know where to center them properly, and I just stuck that on the wrong side, Mini, I put a little bit of adhesive just at the top of my pot, which is now stuck to my glass mat. Gosh, I love my glass mat. Better than sticking it to paper. And then I stick this to this. So I sort of assemble my little teapot of flowers first, and now I know exactly where to line that up. And like I said, don't get to see a lot of this vellum because my image is so much bigger. But if you've got the small little image like the little peas, you can definitely see lots of it. Maybe I should put it to, no, I'll stick it here because then we've got our sentiment to go. So it's just sneaking out a little bit behind it. Okay. You know, you could get rid of the teapot and just have the flower and then you'd see more of the vellum, but I think that's still pretty nice. Wendy says, oh, you can use your silicone craft sheet as a base as well. Oh, because the adhesive won't stick to it. Yes. Okay, so now I need a sentiment. So I have got all my stuff on my table. I don't need you anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to grab 2 seconds for me. Thanks, Connie. 2 seconds for me. I'm just going to grab the country birdhouse. Because country birdhouse has, I should actually do a few thank yous is what I should be doing instead, but I haven't got time to sit and look, so I won't. And I think I'm just going to do the happy birthday one, because if I choose this one, which I really, really love, which is hoping you have the best day ever, if I do that, then it's going to take up a whole lot of my image there. So I'm going to scoot you away for the moment, but I love, love, love that sentiment. So let's just get the happy birthday and a block. Nope. I seriously need to clean my blocks. They are grubby. Okay, so what I like to do is just lie it flat in its natural shape. And then, you know what, I wonder if I can, nope, still not. And then I can just pick it up. And I've got some berry burst. And, oops, I don't have any of my embossing stuff out, which is surprising to me, considering I've got nearly everything else out on my desk. Why? Okay. So let's get this happening. I could use my, oh, Wendy says, I use your heat gun and make the ribbon shrink. Ooh, you know what? I haven't done that for a long time. I did that. I remember what we used to do. We used to do so much with the ribbon, didn't we? I'm going to have to play around again. I remember we used to like flame the end of it. You know, your match or something, but an actual flame. And we would flame the end of it just to seal the ends so that they wouldn't fray. And I remember getting one ribbon. I think we used to do that with the satin. And I remember trying to do that on one ribbon and then my ribbon caught on fire. So I was like, I think that might have been one of the last times I did that. But I do remember some of the ribbons, if you put the heat tool on them, they shrivel up as well and you get this really cool texture. But I can't remember what material the ribbons had to be made out of to do that. But we used to do so much things with ribbons. So I guess the shrinking, I don't know about the shrinking of the ribbon, but it sort of shrivels it up and makes it sort of like scrunchy. So it just gives it a whole different texture. There were some really fun things to... Oh, I never used the embossing buddy. I know, that's really bad. I'm a straight down kind of girl. I should teach the right way, shouldn't I? Don't do what I do. Well, are we gonna heat you two? We've got 2 letters left that don't want to emboss. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, and I need some bling. So, do we have any berry burst bling? Okay, that's Yeah, it just gives it texture when they shrivel up. But you can only do it. Only works with certain types of ribbon. Depends on what it's made out of. Not all ribbon will shrivel up, and some catch on fire. I was like, wait, that's not supposed to happen. We'll have a revisit to some of those. I'm going to cut this on an angle, I think. What angle have I cut them on? I should cut them on the same angle. I can't tell this angle. That angle. Don't know. Does it matter? Maybe I'll just do it square. Instead of trying to match things up, we'll just do it square. There we go. I don't know where that end went, but it disappeared. Okay, and then that can just sit on nice. I will do dimensionals in the middle ish. Go. Okay, do we have berry burst? We've got petunia pop. That might be a bit light. I need some bling. Okay, happy birthday. And then we just need a little bit of bling. And my containers out. Berry burst is in one of the tinsel gem packs. I know that there's petunia pop in that one, so I'll leave that out. Oh, there's are they berry burst? I think they might be. Who can tell these days? You could colour in your own. No, wrong purple. Tinsel gem. No. Oh, they're coming. They are. I think they're coming. I think that they are in the winterly treetop things. I think we'll be using sequins. I think they're berry burst. I'm pretty sure they are. Let's use them. Use them up. You can get the packs open. There we go. Okay. Need you. Oops. Drop you on my lap. Okay. Let's pop some of these around somewhere. How about I'm going to pop them over. I'm going to put them on this side. How about that? So that they're over here when the card is closed. And then I can even pop some on the actual card front. Whatever. They're being tricky. That'll do. Whatever. Pearls would be nice too. Yeah, just little delicate ones I reckon would be really pretty. Especially the little iridescent ones that we have. Okay, so there is card finished. So I will bring it up, and then of course when you open it, you have that, and we've got that going on. So pop your sentiment in there. Again, if you wanted to, you could decorate that panel there. So I've made 3 of these now. So there is 1, there's 2 with our beautiful bright papers, and then this is the one that I did for my Stamp by Mail. I am doing another round of Stamp by Mail. It will be with the reindeer days, so that's the one that I made originally. But they are super cute and bright. This one was a fluke. I had a scrap put down and I went, oh, look at that, and I actually stuck it the right way as well, and so that was a little bit of a fluke. That one worked nicely. This one's different. This one matches with this one. So there we have it. Excuse me. So I have made, I put them all away. I was going to say, I was going to bring out all the different cards I've made with this paper, but I've put them away. And my scrapbooking page I used with this paper as well. So it is beautiful. It is on sale. And don't forget that I do have a host code. So if you choose to order with me, the host code is available. If you can't find it anywhere, just let me know. So when you spend $95, I give you a little gift next month. And for any order size, I have a tutorial with 6 cards. This one uses the Greetings of Green and Gold. I think that's what it's called. So that comes to you as well. So there we go. Fun, fun, fun. So I do have a few things coming up. I am going to be doing a paper share. I have got Stamp by Mail. We've got Creative Carnival. There's so much going on. I'm just going to come back to me for a sec. Oops, I've scooted. I've moved along in my desk. I don't know why that happened, but I am a mess. Whatever. It's a windy day. I feel wind blown. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Love them. And they will go out next week's tutorial, so make sure you're on my subscriber list. So thanks very much for joining me. And I am getting the next kit, should be turning up today as well. So once we get that, I will set a time for next week and we can do another kit together. It's a Christmas one. And if you're into Halloween, the Halloween kit is pretty cool. It's a house. It's a haunted home. So thanks, Wendy. So if you are into Halloween, I am not, but I think it is super cute. So if you are into Halloween, go and check that one out as well. So I think it's only like $32 or something for this 3D house, and you can put lights up inside it and the windows glow and it looks pretty cool. So if it was a house with Santa coming out the chimney, I totally would have bought it. So okay, I think I missed some questions. Okay, so thanks very much. We might catch you next week in the evening, and if not, we will catch you next Thursday for some more card making. Okay, cheers. See you later. Have a great weekend.